A wedding is one of the most important days of one's life. It's where you exchange vows with the love of your life, promising to dedicate eternity to each other. However, it's also a big orchestra displayed for guests. These weddings have spent millions and millions of dollars to have the most unique, lavish, and extravagant weddings you could ever imagine. Find out which wedding had 27 cakes and which wedding took the place at the second most expensive house in the world. Here are the top 10 most luxurious weddings around the world. But first, show your support by hitting the like and subscribe button. Number 10. Donald Trump and Melania Knauss. What do you expect a Trump wedding to look like? Nothing short of extravagant, that's for sure. In his 2005 wedding to Slovenian model Melania Knauss, current US President Donald Trump spent a whopping $1 million on the ceremony in Palm Beach. As with all lavish weddings, the bride's wedding gown was worth thousands. Melania wore a Christian Dior's John Galliano couture gown that cost over $100,000 and took 1,000 hours to make. The traditional ceremony took place at the Bethesda by the Sea Episcopal Church, and the reception was at Trump's Mar-a-Lago oceanfront estate in his Versailles-like ballroom. Performers like Billy Joel were the entertainment, and there was an abundance of fine dining foods on the menu, including options like caviar, truffles, and lobster. Number 9. Christina Aguilera and Jordan Bratman. The iconic singer Christina Aguilera got married in a Winter Wonderland-themed wedding that featured chandeliers made of manzanita branches, decorated with crystal strands, glittery white hydrangeas, roses, amaryllis and branches centerpieces, a 5-tier white chocolate cake with pink roses made by Sam Godfrey of Perfect Endings, and Aguilera herself performed. This opulent affair took place in Napa Valley in December 2005, and the Genie in a Bottle singer wore a gown that's worth over double what most people pay for their entire weddings and honeymoon. She wore an 80,000 Spanish-style Christian LaCroix gown with an elaborate ruffled train, Christian Louboutin heels, and a vintage jewelry rosary. You'd think a wedding like that required a caviar-filled menu, but no, they served mac and cheese, roast chicken, short ribs, onion rings, and mashed potatoes. After the couple exchanged loving vows, Aguilera changed into her satin mini dress and belted out Lady Marmalade. She also serenaded her new husband with Etta James's At Last. The party was held in a wintry tent in the estate's wine cave, which was transformed into a disco with red velvet seats. Guests like Sharon Stone partied until dawn and drank pink champagne and gorged on waffles and chocolate chip cookies. Number 8. Delphine Arnott and Alessandra Valerino Gancia. Up next at number 8 is the wedding of two heirs to two insanely wealthy families. Delphine Arnott, heiress to the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy empire, and Alexandra Gancia, heir to generations of wealthy Italian winemakers. Their wedding cost a total of a staggering $7 million. The bride wore a House of Dior couture gown, and the traditional ceremony took place in no other than a French national monument. After exchanging vows at the Roman Catholic Cathedral Saint Jean-Baptiste de Baza, they moved on to Chateau de Quim Vineyard of Bordeaux, which was filled with 5,000 white roses. Number 7. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Reality TV star Kim Kardashian's first wedding to Kris Humphries cost $10 million, but she outdid herself in her next wedding to the love of her life, Kanye West, in May 2014, when they spent a grand total of $12 million on a week-long wedding extravaganza. The pre-wedding activity started in Paris when the couple flew their guests to Florence by private jets. Rehearsal dinner was held in the Hall of Mirrors at the Chateau de Versailles. Lana Del Rey performed. On the actual day of the wedding, they rented Forte de Belvedere for $400,000, and Kim donned 2 gowns, one of them being $500,000 custom-made lace couture Givenchy gown. Andrea Bocelli sang as Kim walked down the aisle. As you can guess, besides the $12 million bill for the wedding, the plane rides and hotel accommodations for their 200 guests in both Paris and Florence made the billionaire couple $500,000 short as well. Number 6. Petra Ecclestone and James Stunt. For our number 6 pick for most luxurious weddings, we have the wedding of businessman James Stunt and Petra Ecclestone, daughter of Formula One racing tycoon Bernie Ecclestone, that took place in August 2011 at the Castello Orsini Odescalchi, a grand 15th century medieval castle near Rome. The wedding took place over the course of 3 days. Think thousands of dollars worth of fireworks, $6,500 worth of wine bottles, a $130,000 Vera Wang gown for the radiant bride, and performances from the likes of Alicia Keys and Eric Clapton. This all adds up to $19 million. Keep watching, we're almost at number 1. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button. Number 5. Kate Middleton and Prince William. Surprisingly, this isn't the most luxurious royal wedding on our list. Stay tuned to the end to see which royal affair dug deep into the royal coffers. At number 5, we have the union between Prince William and Kate Middleton, which was held at Westminster Abbey in April of 2011 and was televised for millions of people to view. It was the stuff of fairy tales. Kate donned a $434,000 ivory and lace gown by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen and a 1936 Cashier diamond tiara that's worth millions and belonged to the Queen herself. Security for the wedding cost an unbelievable $31 million. After the couple exchanged vows in front of the Archbishop of Canterbury, like a fairy tale, they were taken to Buckingham Palace by a horse-drawn carriage for their reception. In total, this lavish event cost $34 million. Number 4. Angelababy and Huang Xiaomin. China's model and associate Angelababy is known as the Kim Kardashian of China, when really, it should be the other way around. In 2015, Angelababy tied the knot with actor Huang Xiaomin at one of the most luxurious weddings in history, and one of the most expensive with a $31 million price tag. The venue where the wedding took place was entirely covered in roses, and the wedding cake was a massive 10-foot-tall delicious cake with a carousel middle layer. Guests went home with goodie bags containing brand new phones. Wow, wish I was at that wedding. Number 3. Princess Diana and Prince Philip. Just like we promised, at number 3 we have the most luxurious royal wedding. Princess Diana and Prince Philip's 1981 wedding was dubbed the wedding of the century. In today's money, it probably cost something like $110 million, but back then, the People's Princess's wedding racked a $48 million bill. Diana's iconic puff-sleeve David and Elizabeth Emmanuel wedding gown is estimated to be worth at least $150,000. And get this, they served 27 wedding cakes. This wedding is one that will always be remembered in the history books and bridal magazines. Number 2. Khadija Ozakovs and Saeed Gasterif. Coming up is a wedding so lavish and extravagant that guests went home with jewel boxes as favors. It's the wedding of dentistry student Khadija Ozakovs and the son of a Russian oil tycoon, Saeed Gasterif. The groom's billionaire father paid over $1 billion for these grand festivities, which were held at the upscale banquet venue Safisa, and include performances from Jennifer Lopez and Enrique Iglesias. Khadija wore a $25,925 Alib Sab wedding gown and a diamond tiara and necklace. Number 1. Isha Ambani and Anand Piramal. At number 1, we have the world's most expensive, lavish, opulent wedding of all time, the wedding of the daughter of the richest man in Asia and the son of an Indian billionaire tycoon. It didn't take place over just one night. No, it was a multi-event affair across several cities. There were performances by Beyoncé and more. The celebrity guest list included the likes of Indian President Pranab Mukherjee, actress Priyanka Chopra, singer Nick Jonas, and Hillary Clinton, Ariana Huffington, the Bachchan family, and more. Festivities, which reportedly cost at least $100 million, were held at India's City of Lakes, Udaipur, and guests were put up across 5 luxury Mumbai hotels. The ceremony took place at Mukesh Ambani's insane 27-story mansion called Antilia. To make up for the unexplainable extravagance of the wedding, the Ambanis donated enough food to the city of Udaipur to feed 5,100 people for 4 days. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Also, don't forget to check out our other list of luxurious places and items around the world on our channel, The 10 Most Luxurious Around the World.